Today, I'm going to talk about why you suck with women. Now, in a video like this, I usually talk about the behaviors that make you less desirable, such as your natural people-pleasing and validation-seeking tendencies, as well as your submissive behaviors, such as being anxious in social environments, overthinking everything that comes out of your mouth, being over-analytical about everything you say in order to gain approval from others, and having a general veil and mask over your personality because you're fearful of being rejected by others if you were to express yourself in an authentic manner. Now, these are all results of a lifetime of having negative social feedback. This usually stems from a young age, and that's what I want to talk today. I want to talk about where all of these negative behaviors stem from. Because it's one thing to teach the skills that will counteract all of these submissive behaviors, but it's another thing to actually get to the core of where your submissive and unattractive behaviors come from, where these less desirable belief systems come from. That is when we really get to the core of why you suck with women. So today, I'm going to talk about why you suck with women, where it comes from, and how it perpetuates over your life, and also how to start moving on from this and actually improving yourself in terms of the internal side of things, not just the external side of things. So guys, as you know, my name is Ben Sterling. I'm one of the head coaches here at Social Freedom, where we help guys all around the world completely transform their dating lives and become the most attractive, charismatic, and confident versions of themselves. If you like this video, make sure to like, subscribe, leave a comment, helps us with the algorithm. Either ways, let's get into the video. Now, before I get started in this video, I need to give you a massive caveat, and that's the fact that the human mind is the most complex structure that we know about in the entire universe. And there are so many variables at play when it comes to your behaviors as an adult and your personality as an adult, and how your experiences in childhood and throughout adolescence and just your life in general culminate into the person that you are, and how much nature and nurture have to do with this. This is a complex topic. If I was to talk about this and go into depth about it, I would be here for hours. So I'm just not going to be able to get into the absolute nitty-gritty in a 10-minute YouTube video. Understand that. However, in my very extensive experience with human beings as men and women, that's coaching men and being with hundreds of women, I have seen every single archetype of human that there is. And when you do this long enough, you really pick up on the patterns and experiences of people that culminate into why they struggle as an adult. And I'm going to go through the major reasons here. Again, this can't be personalized to you. This is a generalized video for the average person. And also, you're probably going to learn something about yourself as well while you watch it. So guys, that's my caveat. So as I said, there's many variables in play here, but for the vast majority of people, the reason why they have low self-esteem, or they struggle with women, or they struggle with social anxiety and in social environments, this stems from negative social feedback. Negative social feedback, and this usually happens in their formative years, so during their childhood. Okay, this comes from being bullied, from being lower in the social hierarchy, from being disrespected and put down from a young age, from being over-criticized by either their peers or their superiors, whether that be their parents, teachers, whoever. Okay, these are the primary reasons why guys do end up having these behaviors perpetuate into adulthood. Now, there's a concept that I've been playing with for years, and that's the fact that when you are, say, bullied from a young age, or you're given lots of negative social feedback from a young age, you tend to become a lot more people-pleasing. You learn to skirt your true behaviors in order to make people like you and to be accepted by others, because you're so used to being disrespected and not accepted in social environments. This then turns into you being hypercritical of yourself and hyper self-aware. And the reason why this then perpetuates into you having worse social skills as an adult is because you literally become so self-aware and so self-critical and so self-conscious that you're always focusing on yourself. You're always focusing on, what am I doing wrong? How can I be better? How can I be approved of? How can I be accepted by others? How me. And then because of that, you tend to not look outwards and learn things on an outside scale. You don't watch others. You don't pick up on those small nuances in other people's behaviors. And this is why it tends to be a rich get richer and a poor get poorer scenario when it comes to the social skills gap compared to people with low self-esteem and high self-esteem. Because those people with high self-esteem, they're not as self-critical, they're not as self-conscious, and they're not worrying about themselves as much. Thus, over their lifetime from being in childhood, they tend to pick up on these little details, these social nuances, and they learn much more because of that. Because they're more aware of what's happening around them, more aware of social interactions and the result of what their behaviors are causing. This then perpetuates them learning more social skills and having better social skills. This then perpetuates them getting more positive social feedback from others, which then perpetuates having a higher self-esteem. Okay? It becomes a rich get richer, poor getting poorer scenario. Okay? However, those with low self-esteem, again, they're being self-conscious. They're not being as aware. They're not learning these little details in social interactions. They're being more self-conscious. They're not picking up on people's reactions as correctly when they are in social interactions as well. They're not as objectively aware of the result of their behaviors with others because they're so self-conscious. They're much more likely to assume and see a more negative response to their behaviors than what is actually happening in front of them. This then causes them to not learn as many social skills, and this then causes them to have more negative social feedback, which then perpetuates them having lower self-esteem, and then which causes more negative social feedback, which causes them to be more self-conscious and less aware of social interactions and what's going on around them. And then they start to learn even less, which then causes them to have more negative social feedback, which then perpetuates the cycle of having low self-esteem. This is why people who have low self-esteem tend to have lower social intelligence when they become adults. It's just how it is. Now, unfortunately, because of that, when you do become an adult, if you do have low self-esteem, you're going to have to do more work in order to become successful with women and successful in social environments and to build your social intelligence. It's just how it is. I'm sorry. We all have to do it. If you're watching this video right now, you probably understand this as well, and it's why you're sitting here watching this video. If you're someone who has high self-esteem, you probably don't need what we teach because you already probably have a decent amount of social awareness as it is. If you've ever hung around with naturals, they have a really good natural social awareness. It's just how it is. Sorry, I was in the same boat as you. I had to put years into learning social skills because when I was younger, I was bullied. I was lower in the social hierarchy. Because of that, I had this lower self-esteem, and it perpetuated a cycle of me ending up at the end of my adolescence at a lower social and emotional intelligence than the other kids who had higher self-esteem. It's just how it is. But I'm not bitter about it. I'm really thankful for it because it led me down this path where I am today, helping other guys in the exact same situation. Then this is why I love teaching what we do, because not only do we focus on the external social skills that will allow you to actually express yourself in a way that is more likely to give you positive social feedback and perpetuate that cycle of building your self-esteem and then building on your social intelligence and social and emotional awareness, we also go really deep into why you become who you are, why you have low self-esteem, why you struggle with women, and go into the psychological side of things, the psychology behind why that is, and go really deep into really changing the mindsets that have caused you to have low self-esteem over your lifetime. And this is why we have such crazy transformations on our programs, whether it be our live 5-day immersion programs or our 12-week online mentorship program, Unleashed, because we really delve into every single aspect that is causing you to struggle with women. And not only will it absolutely propel your results with women, it will propel your self-esteem, the way you interact with everyone, and your ability to create connections with literally anyone. And more importantly, become socially free, to learn to express yourself authentically, to take off the veil from your personality, to make social environments no longer a place of anxiety and fear, and make socializing fun again, make it enjoyable. The connections you make during your life are the most pleasurable experiences you can have as a man and in life in general. And that is why I believe that we teach the greatest gift on earth. I know I'm biased when I say it, but I truly believe it. Hopefully that gave you a bit more insight as to why you struggle with women and where a lot of your unattractive behaviors come from. If you like this video, make sure to like, subscribe, leave a comment, and if you are potentially looking at taking your dating life to the next level and building your self-esteem and making social environments fun again, then make sure to jump on a free call with us. The link is in the description, and we'll come up with a plan on how we can help you become the ultimate version of yourself and reach your dating goals. So guys, thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next video.